I'm a full-time content creator. I make stuff for online. If you've ever thought, I wonder what really cool guy made this business's video promoting their MLM scheme, it's guys like me behind the curtain every time. Today, I will be taking you through what I do on an average day, from clock in to clock out. So let's jump right into it. I work at a place called Bigelow Woodcraft. It's a small business that produces things like wood goods for your home. This is the office. This is what all those job postings are talking about when they say fast-paced, ever-changing environment. I spend most of my time here at my desk. Here's all my perfectly organized equipment, mostly video stuff. When I started, the walls were white. And as a creative guy, I couldn't really deal with that. So I put up every single random piece of paper that we've ever used for videos and photos. First thing on the schedule, we are taking pictures. Recently, we've been revamping the website and I've been slaving away over the hot camera making photos for weeks now. This is the product we'll be capturing today. They're called Thing Spots. They're wood trays that kind of stack together on your desk to hold all your belongings all neat and tidy. Here's our setup. Like I said, we're a small business, so the studio is actually part of the kitchen. People love coming through and just saying hi all the time. We have 2 lights and we've been using these styrofoam pieces that I assume came from a dishwasher delivery, but I use them for bounce boards. Here's the camera we're using today, Canon EOS RP. That doesn't mean anything to a lot of you, but basically on a quality scale from YouTube vlog to Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, it's somewhere in here. I start by trying to decide what position I want the props to be in for the photo. Nothing crazy. This photo is going to be a simple, look, this is what these do, and this is what these are, and this is what they look like type of photo. Very straightforward. I'm using this piece of wood to line up the props so they're straight and square. And once I'm happy, I get up on this step stool in the safest way possible and stand leaning over the set like Batman over Gotham. But first I need to fill them up with props. So I scoured the office for random trinkets and knickknacks. At this point I'm happy, so I start testing the lighting. Then I realize, dang, these Amazon lights don't really offer the angle and options that I need. So I had to ask Val to help me out. Now that the photos are done, it's time for editing. Basically I sit like this for hours. I'm joking. Here's the photo we're going to edit today. The raw photo turned out pretty good, but it needs some more touch-ups. So let's speed run this shit. Step 1, touch up the color, white balance, value levels, lift the white, soften the black. Make sure you aren't losing detail when you increase the white levels. This is key. Cut out the props and make a new layer for each one. This is the worst, most tedious part. So bunker down and try to get through it. Make a perfect square so you can line them all up pixel perfectly. Use the stamp clone tool to clean up some of the unwanted details that you definitely should have cleaned up before you took the photo. And next, this is a really important step. Change the music to your favorite 90s Latin pop star to increase the Photoshop by 200%. Get in there for some finer detail edits, then easy peasy, add some drop shadows and you're done. Wow, look, it's ready for the website. Holy smokes. Here's a few others we're working on and I think they look really tight as a set. Next up, oh, you thought we were done with photos? No, we are doing staff photos too. Remember that guy behind the curtain making videos earlier? Well, there's another guy behind there too, and it's also me, and I'm making stock photos. We needed photos of the staff to kind of fill out the rest of the site. So I asked some of them to just pretend like they were working. This is Mac here at the drill, and this conversation is a pretty good example of what I'm thinking about when taking pictures. He starts off looking kind of disengaged, so I asked him to get a little bit closer. Can you bend down a little bit, like look at it? Yeah. Then I realized the light isn't hitting his face right, so I asked him to angle his head up. Can you lift your head a little bit? There we go. It's just these little changes that turn okay photos like this into, usable photos. Here's the #1 thing I say while trying to get good pictures. It's kind of dark over here though. So I went to go grab the light and I turned these really dark photos into these photos. There were a few other photos we captured through the afternoon, just some basic workplace, we are a business, we are a team, we work together photos. Then I climbed up on the giant step ladder and took some fun overhead shots of the shop. And I really like how these ones turned out. Just wanted to spice up the photos and see the shop from a new perspective, really leaning into this whole Batman idea. We are not done with the curtain gag. The stock photo guy is actually sitting next to another guy, and it's still me, believe it or not, and I'm making funny workplace humor Instagram reels. This one doesn't need a lot of explanation. The basic idea is we wanted to make a funny video where we see what's in everyone's apron. So we asked Mac here to just run through his belongings for a long time and gave him a bunch of random stuff to put in there. Also, we got Brent to keep a cup of glue in his apron, so when he reaches in, it looks like he has loose glue in there. I think it turned out pretty funny. Here's the final product.
My pencil, my marking blade, my metric tape, and I got my glue.
I've got an 8 of diamonds.
This is my knife. It's my favorite knife.
Picture of my cat.
This mill list in paper form, it's probably my favorite piece of paper.
Glasses.
Gloves, my favorite gloves.
Sharpie.
I had a bug, but it's dust now.
And gloves.
These pens and pencils and a Sharpie. I really don't like those.
I found the bug. That's the bug. It was in the wood.
After that incredible video, Brent wanted to take some more stock photos. These photos are for a new initiative we're launching on the website, and I'll keep it a secret for now, but basically we wanted to have just random wood shapes and tools, and we wanted to use these photos as just banners and images that would have text over them. Most of them are kind of poo, not gonna lie, but some of the finer detail images turned out really nice. Okay, review time. If you've ever wondered what creative meetings in an office like this sound like, here's me and Brent reviewing all the photos we took today. Fair warning, it's a lot of and these are okay. And then a lot more of, we should do this differently next time.
I totally forgot we took all these today.
These look great.
These are good. She's so white.
It's the light. She's standing like underneath the light. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
These ones I was not happy with. The lighting is poo. I like this one.
Yeah, that's good.
Ty photographs really well.
Yeah, he's a stud.
This one's so good. These ones were a fun test. I don't hate them, it's just like they need cropping and I think they'll be better once we put them on the website.
The right zoom in on part of this I could see, but it's a weird angle because nobody sees this angle ever in their life unless they're like doing something in a weird place, you know? It would be cool to film from up there and edit all the like UI elements of the Sims video game on top of us. I like this kind of stuff. You have a few of these, right? Like this stuff feels better to me. That's a good photo.
There's something here.
I was just thinking.
This looks cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that one too.
You know, your hand doesn't actually look that bad now that I'm seeing it here.
It is chubby though. I'd love to lose weight in my hand.
Go to a nutritionist, spot reduction.
Yeah.
Where do you want to lose weight? Your belly, your legs? No, I have really fat palms.
Just my palms.
What is people always say? I just want my shirts to fit better.
Yeah.
I want my wedding ring to fit better.
I just want my gloves to be better.
This is Mac. He's okay.
He's got a weird grip on it from that
I know, that's why I made him turn around.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think there's stuff here.
Pick some of your favorites and give them some edits. But I think it's 5.
And with that, like Brent said, it's 5 o'clock. Time to clock out and head back home to rest for another day of creative content creationing. I said bye to the guys, and also don't forget to turn off all the lights that you accidentally left on all day.